Listen, all cops may be bad, okay? All cops may be bastards or whatever. ACAB, you know how it is. However, I'm going to become a content cop today, all right? We're doing a drama cop, actually. That's what we're going to call these segments, drama cop, all right? We're going to go in like a police investigator, and we're going to go over the back and forth that has occurred here, and I'm going to give my takes on it, and it's going to go up on YouTube. So you motherfuckers better start saying hi to YouTube, because that segment is starting now. Here we go. Apparently, Shoe0nHead, who needs no introduction, so I'm not even going to bother, and MouthyInfidel, who is a somewhat prominent Twitter person. I think he's like a... Is MouthyInfidel like a Destiny orbiter or something? I think he's like a big DGGer, or maybe he like really hates Destiny. What's MouthyInfidel's story? I don't actually know that much about him. Destiny clone, kind of. Think he's a neolib. Like a Logic Bro neolib. Okay, so a DGG orbiter. Okay, cool. Anyway, apparently there's been drama between Shoe0nHead and MouthyInfidel on Twitter, and here is an imgur that puts it all together, and we are going to give ourselves a nice little look here at what's happened. New video by Shoe0nHead. Let's take a deep dive into the not-so-hidden world of Prostasia, a new child protection organization. Watch/share before the director of the org finds out and calls me a Nazi or whatever the fuck again. Full video, and then the link to the video. I've watched this video. It was very good. He's definitely a DGGer, but he tries to play it off. Interesting. So I've seen this video. It's pretty good. Shoe0nHead did a pretty good job of exposing this organization of some pretty weird shit, especially the fact that multiple sex offenders are among the founders of that organization, and it seems to want to push to try and expand the ability for, pedophiles to do things with children. Pretty sus, pretty cringe. It also tries to push to get pedophiles accepted into the LGBT community. And the creator of this organization has also repetitively called Shoe0nHead a Nazi for her criticism of pedophiles in the internet. She's quite outspoken about it. And yeah, so the creator of this, who's like one of those... like the pedo types that try to like front as being super woke and try to claim that like being gay and being a pedophile are just the same and we should both be accepted and yada yada yada. Yeah, super fucking stupid, very cringe. Maps are bad, and yeah. So MouthyInfidel apparently quote tweeted it and said, "I don't get why people's brains shut off when they start talking about pedophilia. Doing anything sexual to kids is immoral. Being a pedophile isn't. I have no idea why people think it's okay to joke about murdering people for an attraction they have no control over. Pretty gross." All right. Oh, okay. Ooh. All right. Now, typically, I would agree with this take. I do agree that talking about killing people who just have an attraction and don't act on it is probably pretty gross. Especially because it generally leads to pedophiles being scared to try to, get help, and they end up bottling it up, keeping it a secret, and that makes them more likely to end up, raping children. And we don't want that to happen, obviously. However, and here's the problem with this, is that Shoe0nHead at no point has said that just because pedophiles are attracted to children, regardless of whether or not they've offended, they should be murdered. Shoe0nHead is not in favor of that. No doubt she makes jokes about pedophiles being creepy and unsettling, like pedophilia is a gross thing. I think it's fine making jokes about wanting to fuck kids being gross. I don't see how that's a problem, because those are the only jokes that Shoe0nHead really made, but it's obviously not serious. I don't think Shoe0nHead actually wants to... Shoe0nHead's not even in favor of mask or of vaccine mandates, okay? I don't believe that Shoe0nHead is actually in favor of murdering all pedophiles, okay? Now, I do not like the comparison that it feels like MouthyInfidel is drawing here. By the way, these are my first time reading any of these tweets. I've only seen Shoe0nHead's video, so... this is all like live reaction. I haven't prepped for this. I haven't even read this document or this imgur link or any of these tweets yet, so this is all fresh to me. I don't like this part of the tweet. I have no idea why people think it's okay to joke about murdering people for an attraction they have no control over. Now, here's the thing. It's true, you have no control over the attractions that you have, and just being attracted to something doesn't make you a criminal, right? The issue is, let's not be too quick to try to draw a comparison between pedophilia and like being gay, for example, because gay sex is not wrong. Have two grown men or women or NBs or whatever having sex with each other consensually is not wrong. However, fucking children is wrong. So let's not draw too strong of a comparison between gay people who can't change their sexuality and pedophiles who can't change their sexuality. All right, let's not muddy the water there when there's a lot of people out there trying to do that. Not to mention the 99.9% of Shoe0nHead's videos just exposing this organization, not joking about killing pedophiles. Apparently then Know Nothing responded, saying, okay, she does immediately start laughing and then make it clear that she thinks that pedophiles should receive therapy to get the help that they need, but you're still right that she did joke about killing them. Yeah, but I mean, would we accept this line for any other group? Like, she clearly holds anti-pedophile, even non-offending pedophile sentiment, and then she jokes about killing them. Like, what if Fuentes joked about killing black people and then said just joking? They're pedos, who the fuck cares? Okay, so here's... Okay, there's two ways to go about this, all right? We could either go super, like, emotional, the route that I would want to go, or we could go the super logic bro route, okay? So the super emotional route is, fuck pedophiles, they're disgusting, they have an innate desire to defile children, which are like the most precious and defenseless members of our society that need to be protected the most. They're our future, they're like... What we all love children because we all relate to having once been a child or having like many of us have our own children that we understand that we care for more than anything like that. So our society has generally moved in a direction where we consider children precious and in need of protection, which is most certainly a good thing. There's a reason why we do that. It's because children do need to be protected. They need to be protected from a lot of things, pedophiles being one of them. Yeah, I mean, I don't think joking about killing pedophiles who want to fuck children and joking about killing black people or gay people are even close to being comparable, especially when you consider the fact that, incorrectly by the way, pedophile and child molester or child rapist or child predator are usually used interchangeably. I'd be willing to bet that when Shoe0nHead made that joke, she probably was not thinking about, like, non-offending pedophiles. She was probably talking about child predators being murdered, which, granted, if you're a lefty and you believe in, like, reformative justice, is pretty inconsistent and somewhat hypocritical. You might have her there, but I don't think it's unreasonable to get upset about someone joking about murdering child predators, okay? It's like one of those things that I don't think is worth... It's just not a hill I think is worth us dying on. I don't like when philosophy bros try to do this and, like, say, you're using emotion, this is bad. Oh, and then here's a Shoe0nHead tweet saying exactly what I said. Absolutely incredible hill to die on. Please do continue. And then Shoe0nHead blocked him. Got the shoe block for saying that pedophiles shouldn't be considered deserving of death due to an attraction that they have no control over, especially weird given Shoe's positive relationship with Vosh. I'm even against consuming CP. MouthyInfidel. Ooh. There it is, dude. There it fucking is, dude. You know, if MouthyInfidel's actually a DGGer, it's really funny to me how, like, DGG are the quickest to try to call out hypocrisy in like on the left, you know? Like, they say, oh, the left's completely fine spreading misinformation as long as it results in their ends being met, right? And here, MouthyInfidel is spreading misinformation because it means his ends will be met. Because Vosh is against consuming CP. He compared consuming CP to child labor, and he's a socialist. So, I mean, connect the dots there. Connect the dots. Yeah, I think I will die on this hill, actually. The sloppy rhetoric you engage in about pedophilia exacerbates child sexual abuse, and that deserves to be called out. You should be deeply ashamed of yourself. So, there are a lot of studies that support the idea that, like, generally negative behavior towards non-offending pedophiles in society leads to those non-offending pedophiles to bottling up their like, desires and then eventually, like, acting on them instead of pursuing, like, help or therapy or whatever, or like ways to cope with it so they don't end up hurting children. But I don't think Shoe0nHead making a joke about killing people who've raped children is really all that big of a problem in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, also, did MouthyInfidel not defend Destiny, like, using the N-word in private? Because anything could... It was a two-person raid. It was a two-person raid, guys. It was a two-person raid. Okay? You should chill, okay? Yeah, anyway, yeah, so this just comes off as, like, a really weird hill to die on. It's... Shoe trying to paint me as a child abuse sympathizer for saying that we shouldn't call for the death of non-offending pedophiles while simping for the dude who defends CP consumption is just peak internet politics. Okay, so full doubling down on the lie. Okay, so... MouthyInfidel, you realize you've established yourself now as a completely dishonest actor, right? You're completely okay with lying if it pushes the narrative that you want to go with? I forgot to include this tweet. Months ago, I was called sex negative because I was too against children being exposed to sexual stuff when the kink at Pride discourse was going on, and now I'm being called a pedophile for saying that people shouldn't be killed for something they can't control. Feels bad. I want to put it on the record, by the way. I don't think MouthyInfidel is a pedophile. He's very clearly not a pedophile, at least not from anything that we've seen here. The issue that I have with MouthyInfidel is that he's being kind of like a philosophy turbo virgin. Like, when someone makes a joke about killing people who've raped children, and then your response is like, well, actually, that's a really emotionally driven joke, okay? If we look at the studies here, you're just coming off as, like, a douchey, like, logic bro turbo virgin. I'm sorry. That's really how you come off. Like, you come off as like, you come off as, like, the guy who, like, is getting looked... Wait, where's that one image? Hold on. Like, imagine MouthyInfidels at a party and someone makes a joke about, like, hanging pedophiles and everybody at the party's laughing, and then MouthyInfidel says exactly what he tweeted here about how being, like, just the entire tweet chain. This would be the reaction of everybody in the room. Am I not wrong? Am I not wrong? I love this image. I love this image so much. It's one of the best reaction images. Damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing. Zan, please play Poppy Playtime. It's a new horror game from Steam. I've heard it's good. I've heard people talking about it. Maybe I'll get on that board. Who knows? That could be fun. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Mouthy is like a pedophile or like a child abuse sympathizer. I completely agree with like the data and the core of the argument that he's making. My problem is that he's basically revealed he's completely okay with lying if it means he can like dunk on who he doesn't like, which is, you know, really rich coming from someone who's apparently a DGGer, and how hardcore DGGers like to claim that they value consistency above all else, consistency above anything. Right? Like, the truth, consistency, facts, whatever, they think they claim to value that, yet he's willing to spread lies about Vosh. And then on top of that, just absolutely going full terminally online. This is also being fully terminally online. This is terminal online behavior. Like, the losing your mind that someone made a joke about killing pedophiles. Like, if you're this obsessed with being, like, the logic bro that comes in to, like, correct everyone about why the jokes they're making about pedophiles are actually not backed up by science or whatever, like, I don't know, you just come off as, like, kind of a turbo virgin, I guess. So yeah, that's my conclusion on the drama. MouthyInfidel comes off as a turbo virgin, and Shoe0nHead comes off as the anti-pedophilia Chad bimbo of politics. Damn it, I'm out of coffee. Fuck. Yeah, that's about the long and short of it, guys. Is there anything else I should know about with this drama? Anything else you want me to cover? Or is that about it? Xanderhall, he's actually correct. He just keeps saying the dumb Vosh CP line. Shoe0nHead is just kind of stupid and doesn't think about any of the shit she says, and you don't need to defend all of that with ad homs and consequentialist shit. What? Thy doctor, I'm sorry, but you need to touch some grass, okay? So, for starters, I like how you're trying to defend this person, while meanwhile they're spreading literally career-ending lies. You understand the accusation of being a pedophile is the worst thing you can be accused of as a content creator? This person is literally spreading potentially career-ending lies to make their argument, and you're defending them, okay? I literally said I agree with the general core of the argument about pedophilia that MouthyInfidel is making. My issue is the lying and this really weird turbo virgin response to a joke that Shoe0nHead made in a video that overall should absolutely be a positive one, in which he's fucking exposing a pro-pedophilia organization made up by maps and actual fucking what's the word? Prosecutor, or what's the there's a word for it. Convicted sex offenders, you know? Yeah. Jesus. All right. Well, if you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. You should leave a like. It helps the video out a lot. And if you haven't already, subscribe to help me get to 75,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit 75K by the end of the year so I can do a 24-hour charity stream playing the Sonic games for the very first time and donating all the proceeds to some charity of my choosing. We'll find out what. So the sooner we hit 75,000 subs, the sooner we do that. So if you haven't already, drop that sub. And if you haven't already, make sure to ring that bell icon and turn on all notifications, as that's the only way that YouTube will actually tell you when I go live or upload a new video or do anything on my channel. Otherwise, YouTube just doesn't even bother telling you. You can also follow all my social media, which is linked down below, especially my Twitter and my fan Discord, where I post all the spicy memes on Twitter, all the spicy dramas happening over there. Not to mention my fan Discord, where I play games with people. We would do watch parties and movies. We sometimes just hang out. Sometimes I even just debate people. It's a really nice community. It's free to join, so consider giving it a, getting in there. You can also support me financially if you want to, as this is my full-time job, and without the support of you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this streaming thing for a living, and it is my dream job, so I appreciate all of you. You can either donate, subscribe, or gift a sub over on my website, xanderhall.com/live. Links are in the chat, as well as the description of every stream and video. And you can also support me over on YouTube, Twitch, and Streamlabs. But no matter how you support me, whether it be a like, a comment, a subscription, or even a financial donation, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.